What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with the first game of the second season for Baltimore State. And you know what week it is. It's Maryland week. This time, the Maryland Terrapins are going to be taking on the Baltimore Stallions at M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Baltimore Ravens. And that's probably where the majority of these games are going to be played at, since both teams are Maryland teams, obviously. What I'm thinking for Maryland versus Baltimore State every year, anytime the Stallions host a game, we'll play at M&T Bank Stadium. And anytime Maryland hosts a game, we'll play at FedEx, since the Terrapins and the Redskins both play in PG County in Maryland. So just about to get started with this game. Last year, Baltimore State won 38-33 in the first meeting between these two teams. But both teams are definitely better than they were last year. We'll have to see how it goes. Baltimore State won the toss. They'll defer to the second half. Here's Aaron Manley with the kick, and the second season in Stallions history has begun. Here's Lorenzo Harrison on the return, and Harrison's going to get out to about the 28-yard line, a 29-yard return on the play. And Maryland with the first down at the 28-yard line. Of course, it's Caleb Henderson at quarterback. He's back to pass. Goes left side to Capehart. Capehart can't hold on to it. Muhammad, who's coming with the pressure. Then incomplete, so now 2nd and 10. There's a handoff to Ty Johnson, who really gave the Stallions a hard time last year. And he's looking to pick up right where he left off last year with a 12-yard gain and a first down. So here's Henderson in the shotgun again. He's going left side under pressure, and Capehart couldn't make the catch in bounds. So now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Henderson. Goes left side to McFarland, and a bad cut right there. But, ooh, Nordley Ford with a huge hit on McFarland. An 8-yard gain is going to be 3rd and 2 as Maryland goes no huddle again. Here's the fake, and Henderson stutters a little bit, but is able to get the first down anyways on the read option. So that's going to be a huge problem for Baltimore State if they cannot stop this read option. They had a hard time with it last year, and they're struggling with it again. Here's a dump off to McFarland again, and this time McFarland gets 9 yards on the play, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Again, Maryland going no huddle. Here's the fake. And Henderson on the option, and he's going to get the first down. Taquan Clay stops him from going any further. But Henderson just gets just enough for a first down. So here's the fake again. And Henderson is just stuck in an animation, it looks like. And that's going to be a sack on the play. It's Kevin Hodges on the tackle. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Henderson. Maryland running a lot of shotgun. He goes left side to Davenport, and Davenport can't hold on to it. It's Nordley Ford on the play. He's playing very well so far in this one. So 3rd and 13, and it's false start on Maryland on the play.
False start, offense.
So now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 18. Here's Henderson. Plenty of time to throw. Goes left side to Edwards, and Edwards catches it but steps out of bounds after an 8-yard gain, not even close to a first down. And Maryland will try a field goal. And here's the kick, and this goes wide right. I don't think it would have the distance on it anyways, so no good. 0-0 still. Here's Baltimore State on offense now. Gibson going to hand it off to Jordan Burrell. Just shy of 1,000 yards last year. His first carry of the season goes for a loss of 1. So now 2nd and 11. There's Gibson on the fake. Gibson goes left side, and Blackman with the catch. Very dangerous throw on that play, but Gibson just able to thread the needle there for a first down. So 1st and 10, in I formation. Gibson going to hand it off to Burrell. And Burrell able to fight forward for about 4 yards on this play. So better carry than his first one, but not a whole lot. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's the pitch to Burrell. And Burrell has nowhere to go. He's going to lose 2 yards on this play. Great defense by J.C. Jackson on the play. So now 3rd and 8. Here's the fake. Gibson rolls right. Loves to run. He's going to dump it off to Spain. And Jacob Spain unable to go anywhere. Of course, Spain in his new role as a slot receiver. Only 1 yard in his first catch of the season. So Maryland will get the ball back. Here's the 1st and 10 from Henderson. Goes left side. And Capehart, I have no idea how he caught this one. 3 defenders around him, and he still makes a catch for a 27-yard gain and a big first down. So after a 5-yard gain, it's a 2nd and 5. Here's Henderson. He's going to throw in the middle, and Capehart can't catch it. Again, that's 3 drops so far for Taj Capehart. Now a big 3rd and 5 right here. Edwards in motion. And here's Henderson. He's going to dump to Edwards. No one was covering him. 12-yard gain in the first down. So now 1st and 10 for Maryland. Here's a handoff to Johnson, and Kegler able to bring him down after a 3-yard gain.
Gain of 3 on the play.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Here's Henderson. He throws it left side, and good defense by Deontay Muhammad, who's in a bigger role now as a slot corner. So now 3rd and 7. And Edwards moves in motion again. Here's Henderson. Plenty of time to throw. He's just going to throw it away. No grounding on the play. He had a receiver on that side, so Maryland will punt it again. So 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Here's the pitch to Burrell near the boundary. And Burrell gets about 3 yards on the play. So that's going to break up a 2nd and 7 for Baltimore State. Burrell not having a very good game running so far. So here's Spain in motion. And Spain going to get the carry. Doesn't get very far, but that's one of the great things about having Spain in the slot. You'll be able to run a lot of receiver motion plays like that one. So now 3rd and 6. Here's Gibson. He's going to go right side and overthrows Javier Harewood on the play. And the Stallions go 3 and out, and we'll punt it again. So Maryland ball with just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Henderson on the handoff to Johnson on the counter play. And there's Johnson. He's out to the races. He's brought down just shy of the 50. A 17-yard gain and a big first down for Maryland. So more no huddle again. Here's Henderson. He's going to go right side. There's Edwards, and Edwards gets the first down just barely on a nice catch. Avery Edwards being utilized very much in the passing game so far. So 1st and 10. Here's Henderson back to pass. He's going to dump it off to Johnson, and a huge hit by Isaiah Kegler. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 now. Here's Henderson. He's going to go over the middle, and Capehart, another drop on the play. I believe that's 4 or 5 now. A lot of drops so far in the first quarter for Josh Capehart. So now 3rd and 6, and Kegler on the defense. A very good swat. And Maryland will kick a field goal now. They missed the first one. This one looks a little longer out than the last one was. About 55 yards, and this is completely shanked left side. And there's the freshman Josh Seymour to return this missed kick. And he probably was better off just letting it hit the ground. Doesn't go very far. But Seymour looks to be a big part of the offense this year. He's very similar to Jacob Spain all around. He's a speedy running back. We'll see what we can do this year. So 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the play fake. He's going to throw right side, and Jaleel Berry makes the catch, the senior tight end. 8 yards on the play. And this should be the last play of the quarter. Here's Gibson, and Gibson has to cut it inside. 3 yards on the option play, and that'll bring it into the first quarter as we have a scoreless ball game, 0-0. After last year, it was a very explosive first quarter, but this year, neither team able to get their offenses going. We'll see how it goes in the second quarter. So the Stallions with the ball on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. Play fake again, and this time he's going to get sacked on the play. And that's Kieran Howard on the sack. Just works the true freshman Bobby Williams over. And he gets a pretty easy sack on this play. So now a 2nd and 18 for Baltimore State. And Spain going in motion again. Let's see what they do this time. The fake to Burrell. And Gibson probably should have just handed it off. But he's blown up in the backfield for a 2-yard loss by Kolka. So now 3rd and 21. Here's Gibson. He's going to go deep to the right side, and this is picked off by Knight. And Knight going to have himself a little return right here. Gets to the 40-yard line. Gibson was just trying to make a play going to Harewood. But this time, Knight able to pick this one off. So now Maryland ball with great field position. Here's Edwards in the backfield. Play action, and I don't know how Capehart made this catch either. He's making all the hard catches with the easy ones. He's just dropping, but Patrick was on coverage. Thought he might have a chance at a pick. But instead, it's a first down. Henderson on the play fake again. He finds Kama, and Kama with a wide-open lane for a Maryland touchdown. Some very bad coverage on the play. Kind of a pick play right there. So Maryland executes it perfectly, and they take an early 7-0 lead. Let's see how Baltimore State responds. Here's Gibson on 1st and 10. Over the middle, there's Spain. And Spain gets a big first down, a 24-yard catch and run. And that's one of the beauties of having Spain in the slot now. So fast, so he just cuts inside, and he has a first down. So now 1st and 10. Baltimore State running the option. Gibson pitches it, and I think the ball hit Antoine Tracy, but it's a fumble regardless, and Maryland hops on it. And Baltimore State really starting to unravel in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 from the 40. Henderson goes deep, and just an incomplete pass right there. Just kind of throws it away. So now 2nd and 10. And here's Henderson again back to pass. He's going to scramble this time. Here comes Collier with a huge hit. And that's going to count as a sack, a 1-yard loss on the play. But Collier came up and just drilled Henderson. So now 3rd and 11. Here's Henderson. He has plenty of time to throw. Just dumps it to Johnson. Nobody covering him. And Ty Johnson's going to get to about the 21-yard line. 21-yard catch on the play. And a first down. So here's Henderson. Hands it off to Johnson on the counter again. And a lot of room to run for Ty Johnson. Another first down. And Baltimore State just struggling against the run in this game. Here's another counter to Johnson. This time he's going to get in there for a touchdown. So Maryland takes a 14-0 lead after 2 Baltimore State turnovers. And just a great run right there by Johnson. Great blocks and everything. So Baltimore State ball, 1st and 10. And here's Jacob Spain. I'm telling you guys, he's still going to be the number 2 running back because he can do things like that right there. 17-yard gain in the 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. He's going to throw right side. And a great catch by Jimmy Blackman. And Blackman's down to the 33-yard line. A 25-yard catch and run for a first down. So here's the fake to Burrell. Gibson goes left side. There's Spain again. And Spain gets inside the red zone. A 16-yard catch and run for him. And Jacob Spain just looking really good in his new role, running the ball and catching passes. And he's going to go in motion, gets the handoff again. Here's Spain. Spain out to the 3-yard line and a big first down. Spain really getting involved in this drive. So now a 1st and goal. Johnson in motion to the left. Aldrin Johnson hasn't been a big part of this game. Let's see if they can get him involved. Here's a pitch to Burrell. And Burrell can't get the blocks he needs. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, just about it. That's Knight on the stop. And Jacob Spain just went to the locker room. They're looking at his shoulder. He'll be questionable to return as Gibson nearly throws an interception. He was looking for Bentley, but it's swatted at the line. So now 3rd and goal. Here's Gibson. He's going to go over the middle to Harewood, and a huge catch for a touchdown. Javier Harewood gets the first touchdown of the season for Baltimore State. And the Stallions cut the Terrapins' lead to 7 on a beautiful route by Harewood, and Gibson just very patient in the pocket. So 14-7, Maryland ball. Here's Henderson, and Henderson on a huge gain on the read option, and he gets to the 35-yard line, a big first down for Maryland. And more no huddle from the Terrapins. Here's a handoff to Johnson. Johnson finds a hole, and he gets another first down. Baltimore State just really needs to tighten up on defense. He's giving up way too many yards on these runs. Here's a handoff to Johnson, and this time they bring him down. A big hit on the play. That's Matthew Hudson from the left side. So now 2nd and 11. Here's Henderson under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. And that's Lakeem Foster, who led the team in sacks last year with 13, picking up right where he left off. So now 3rd and 20. They're running the screen, and incomplete. Johnson just couldn't get to it. And Maryland will punt the ball away now. Here's the punt. There's Seymour back there. He's the punt returner now. Just gives Spain a rest. And he's going to take a little U-turn. And Seymour has some space. He might actually take, he's going to get tackled at the 46-yard line, but still a very solid return to 27. And that gives Baltimore State great field position with about 2:24 left in this quarter. Here's the handoff to Burrell on 1st and 10. And Jordan Burrell finally breaking off a big run. He's at the 30, the 20. And Burrell is brought down at the 13-yard line, a 41-yard gain on the play. And Baltimore State in the red zone again. Here's Gibson. He's going to roll right. He might just have to throw this one away, and he does. Avoids the sack. Now it's 2nd and 10. Handoff to Burrell. Burrell, this time he doesn't go very far. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage on that one. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 with 1:27 to go. Here's Gibson. He's going to go right side. There's Harewood again with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And, of course, Javier Harewood, one of Gibson's favorite targets. Missed a good chunk of last season, but now he's starting to make up for it right now. So, tied ball game at 14. Here's Henderson. Goes right side. There's Davenport with the catch. A missed tackle, and then Patrick Suttle can't get to him. Ford trying to run him down, and Ford pushes him out at the 8-yard line. A huge gain right there. Henderson just going deep to Davenport, and you see Cole Wynn just totally misses the tackle. So now 1st and goal. Here's the draw play to Johnson. Johnson gets about a yard, if that, and a timeout by Maryland. Here's Henderson on 2nd and goal. Going left side to Edwards, and Suttle brings him down after a 5-yard gain. Another timeout from Maryland, and they have a minute to go left in this 2nd quarter. There's Henderson. He's going to run a draw play up the left side and a touchdown. And the Terrapins take the lead right back after Baltimore State ties it on the previous drive. And the Stallions have about a minute to tie this ball game up. Here's the kickoff, and Seymour going to get this return with Spain hurt. Seymour going to take it up the left side, and there's plenty of space, and Seymour might have himself a touchdown. No, he bumps into one of his blockers, but still a very good return nonetheless. So now 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the option. They're going to pitch it out to Burrell. Burrell just shy of the 50-yard line, and time running low for Baltimore State. Here's Gibson over the middle. There's Duncan, and Jadarius Duncan gets to a 20-yard line, a 32-yard gain on the play. So now 1st and 10 with 29 seconds to go. Gibson going right side to Harewood, and Harewood makes the catch at the 2-yard line. Javier Harewood having himself a game so far. 3 catches, 35 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So now Baltimore State within striking distance. Just a fullback dive to Tracy, and there's a touchdown. And that's Tracy's first ever touchdown for the Stallions. And it ties the ball game up at 21, and we head into halftime deadlocked at 21. After a very quiet first quarter, a great 2nd quarter from both of these teams. So in the first quarter, both of these offenses were really quiet. The 2nd quarter, the points really started coming in droves for both teams. Maryland took a 14-point lead, but then Baltimore State was able to tie it up before Maryland scored a touchdown with about a minute to go. Then Baltimore State responded with a touchdown of their own with less than 20 seconds to go. So far, a very exciting first half, even though the first quarter was quiet. So Maryland to kick it off. Jacob Spain still not out there for Baltimore State. So Seymour going to return this one again. Almost had a TD last return. He's going to take it left side. He might have it this time. Nobody's there to stop him. But there's a flag on the play, unfortunately. So this isn't going to count. But still a great effort by the freshman, Josh Seymour. This is going to come back on a clipping call, unfortunately.
Receiving team.
And very disappointing. That's Aldrin Johnson on the clip. So Baltimore State will have the ball at the 12-yard line instead of going up by 7. Here's the 1st and 10. Baltimore State in the I formation. Hand off to Burrell right side. He cuts it left. Doesn't go very far. About 2 yards on the play. So that brings up a 2nd and 8. Gibson in the shotgun. There's a blitz from the left side. Gibson going to go right side, and there's Harewood wide open. And I don't think anybody's going to catch Harewood in the open field like that. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Baltimore State. Now the problem here for Maryland was they're in cover 2 right there. And the safety decided to go after Duncan instead of going after Harewood. And that's just a tough spot for the safety because if he covers one guy, the other guy's going to be wide open. If he would have covered Harewood, Duncan would have been wide open for a touchdown. But either way, Baltimore State with a great play call right there. And now they're up 28-21, their first lead of the game. Here's Maryland with the ball. Here's Johnson on the carry, and Johnson with another first down. He's having himself a very good game so far. So now 1st and 10. Henderson in the shotgun. Getting a play call from the sideline. And another handoff to Johnson. Another wide open gap for him, and another first down. Baltimore State's run defense has been very inconsistent in this game. So Capard on 1st and 10, going in motion into the backfield. Here's a handoff to Johnson. And Johnson goes right side. He has space, but when able to make an open field tackle. A 6-yard gain on the play. So now it's 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson right side again, but this time Kegler's going to get to him. And Johnson with less than a yard on the play. So now 3rd and 4. Here's Henderson, another screen pass. But this time, Lakeem Foster swats it down. So now Maryland will be forced to punt it away. So now Seymour in the backfield. This is his first carry of his career. Doesn't go very far, but gets about 3 yards on the play. So now 2nd and 7. Here's the pitch left side to Burrell, who checks back into the game. And Burrell has some space. Gets about 9 yards on the carry and a 1st down. So now another 1st and 10. Another carry for Burrell. Burrell able to shake off a defender, and he's going to get some yards right here. An 8-yard carry on a play that probably could have been a loss of 2, but he was able to shake off the defense. So now 2nd and 2. Another carry for Burrell. He's getting a lot of work now, and there's a face mask right there. You would have had the 1st down regardless. But now you can tack on 15 more yards after the face mask penalty. And that's going to be Elisha Daniels on the face mask penalty. So another 1st and 10. This time Baltimore State at the 40-yard line of Maryland, trying to extend the lead. Here's Gibson. He's going to go deep to who else but Javier Harewood on another touchdown for Harewood. That's 4 on the game. And he's having himself a great performance so far. Earlier, Gibson threw that pick trying to look for Harewood, but now Harewood just dominating Knight right now. And it's going to be 35-21 with 4:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Maryland trying to respond. Here's the fake. Henderson over the middle to Capehart. And Capehart just shellacked by Dwight Patrick on the play. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and inches. Baltimore State looks like they're going to bring some pressure. Here's the fake, an option. And the pitch to Johnson. And Johnson has space, but Ford able to bring him down at the 13-yard line with Wynn's help. Over 100 yards now for Johnson. 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. Another screen pass. This time Johnson makes the catch, but Hudson brings him down from behind. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Maryland really trying to get back on the board in this game. Henderson goes over the middle. There's Avery Edwards again, and a huge hit from Lawrence Albert. But Edwards able to hold on to the football, and another 1st down for Maryland. Baltimore State really starting to utilize the blitz more. Here's Capehart on the screen, and he's going to get a 9-yard gain after spinning out Lawrence Albert. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. There's Henderson. He's going to try to scramble, but this time he has nowhere to go. That's Kimani Stokes, the senior, off the bench with the sack. So now a 3rd and 4. Henderson goes left side to Nelson, and Nelson makes the catch. And Ford able to bring him down at the 11-yard line. And that pass actually puts Henderson over 300 yards for the game. So now 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's Henderson. He's going to throw it to the flat, and Kama can't hold on to it. So first Capehart was dropping a bunch of passes. Now Kama dropping passes. And Ty Johnson has gone to the locker room from Maryland. Doesn't look good for him. It looks like a back injury. He may be out for the rest of the game and longer. So McFarland going to get the carry up the middle. Gets about 4 yards on the play, so now 3rd and 6. Here's Henderson. And Hodges just shoots back into the backfield for a sack. It's relatively unblocked on this one. Right guard just could never get his hands on Hodges. And now Maryland will have to settle for a field goal. They missed the first 2, but this is an easier kick, and they'll make this one. So 35-24, Baltimore State leads it. And the last 5 Stallion drives have resulted in 5 touchdowns. So let's see if they can make it a 6. Here's Gibson on 1st and 10. He's going to scramble right. He's going to try to get it over to Duncan, but unable to do so. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Gibson calling it audible. He's going to hand it up to Burrell up the middle, and Burrell with space up the middle, and he gets brought down at about the 34-yard line. A great run by Burrell. He's just a yard shy of 100 now. And here's the fake. Here's Gibson on the run to the right on the read option. And Gibson tries to step on the defender, but he's brought down at the 14-yard line. Gibson showing off the legs again himself. He hasn't run as much as he usually does, or at least what he usually did last year. But he's still getting carries here or there. So now 1st and 10. Here's the fake to Burrell. Going right side to Harewood, and he's all alone in the end zone for a touchdown. And that is Harewood's 5th touchdown catch of the game. Gibson's 5th touchdown throw of the game. And now 6 straight touchdown drives for the Stallions. So now Maryland trying to answer. They're down 42-24. Henderson with the handoff left side, and he goes absolutely nowhere. A 4-yard loss in the play. So now it's 2nd and 14. Baltimore State coming with the blitz. Here's Henderson. And a throw to Kama, but Kegler going to bring him down for a very minimal gain right there. 8-yard gain in the play, but he doesn't go anywhere after catching it. So now 3rd and 6. Henderson by himself in the backfield, and he's going to throw over the middle. There's Moore with a huge one-handed catch, but he is absolutely crushed on the play by Lawrence Albert, but still a first down. That's going to bring an end to the 3rd quarter. Baltimore State opening a can now. They're up 42-24 heading into the 4th. Maryland has the ball, but it's not looking very likely they'll come back in this one. So now 1st and 10 to start the 4th quarter. Here's a screen. There's Harrison on the catch, and Kegler able to bring him down before the 40-yard line. Just a 7-yard gain in the play. So now it's 2nd and 3. Maryland more no huddle. They've been running it all game. Definitely need it now. Here's Henderson. Henderson going to get outside, but Patrick with a huge hit. Henderson not technically sacked, but might as well have been. No gain on the play. So 3rd and 3. Capehart to the backfield. Henderson, plenty of time to throw. He goes to Capehart, and a huge hit by Deontay Muhammad. And Maryland has to go for it right here. 4th and 2. And here's Henderson. Going to throw it right side to Capehart, and he cannot make the catch. A huge hit from Cole Wynn. And the Stallions will get the ball on the turnover on downs. Just a huge hit by Cole Wynn on the play. And 6:46 left in the game. Here's Burrell on the carry. He's going to get about 13 yards, over 100 on the game. He's had himself a great game against the Terrapins defense. So 1st and 10. Here's Seymour on the carry up the middle. 6-yard gain in the first down. So just to give you guys an update on Jacob Spain, he dislocated his shoulder in the first half. They were able to pop it back in. He has a little bit of discomfort, but he could probably play if they needed him to. But now, especially with the lead looking how it is, they're probably not going to play him the rest of this game. But he should be fine for the next week and in the future. As Josh Seymour, his first touchdown of his career, goes for 36 yards. A huge carry on this one. And the Stallions now up 49-24. And with this game well in hand, the Stallions have the second teamers out. Here's Henderson trying to make the game respectable, and he's going to find Capehart for the touchdown. 49-31 now, as Capehart a little too late. He's been dropping a lot of passes in this game, but catches this one. And Franklin Jones in the second team Baltimore State offense in the game. And here's Seymour with another carry. And Seymour gets down to about the 16 or 17-yard line, a 19-yard gain on the play. And now 4th and 15, Stallions going for it. Here's Jones. He's going to throw this one. And Blackman with a catch for a touchdown. Maryland fans cannot be happy with this. Baltimore State just seemingly running up the score. But that'll be the last touchdown of the game as Baltimore State wins this one 46-31. And a huge game from Javier Harewood once again. 6 catches, 176 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Baltimore State's run defense still not much better than it was last year, if it's better at all. But their offense just looked potent today. 56 points, all between the second and fourth quarters. And the running game looks so much better with Burrell, Spain, and now Seymour getting carries. So this offense is going to look really good, especially Lewis Gibson, who got benched the last game of the season last year. People didn't know if he was going to start or not this year. And he comes out and has a great performance against this Terrapins defense. He started off with an interception. He threw a pick in the second quarter, but he was able to bounce back. And the Stallions were able to score touchdowns in their final 8 possessions of the game. So, a great one for Baltimore State. It's always good to beat Maryland, even though this is only the second time we played them. But still a great game regardless. So as I'll show you guys the stats, I'm going to explain how, the direction of the series now. I still want to do 2 to 3 videos a week. I know I haven't done a lot of videos in the past few weeks. I've just been really busy with work and all that, and making music. Check my SoundCloud for some of my new songs as well. It's going to be in the description. But anyways, pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm not going to show the preview of the next game at the end of these videos anymore. Instead, the practice videos in between are pretty much, they're going to kind of be radio shows, kind of, I guess, in a way. But pretty much I'm going to preview the game, do all that good stuff, and I'm going to field questions. If you guys have any like questions about the team, about like the direction of the team and all that stuff, so any questions about the series at all, like having to do with the team, obviously, then just ask them below. Like every time a game video comes up, or even in the practice videos, if you guys want to ask questions in those, then you can feel free to ask questions there. Other than that, once again, if you guys want to make a recruit for year 3, put them in the comment section or send it to me on Discord. My Discord is going to be in the description as well. Please follow the guidelines, or at least try to follow the guidelines. That's all I ask from you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. I'm out of here. Deuces.